In my last video, I showed how to use AI for YouTube automation, specifically to make 3D animations, and it went crazy viral. Right now it's sitting at around 400,000 views, and just from AdSense alone, it's already made me about $3,700. Seeing those numbers, I got curious and checked out how much other channels posting animation videos are making, and I found one that's pulling in anywhere from $2,400 to a wild $38,000 every single month. So I took a closer look at their channel, and all they post are straight up 3D animations, nothing fancy. But here's the wild part. Some of their videos are pulling crazy numbers, like 50 million views, 38 million, 51 million, even 81 million views. With just around 100 videos, they've racked up over 700 million views and already passed 1 million subscribers. Even this new channel is crushing it with 2.5 million subscribers from just 47 videos, and all they do is post simple 3D animal animations. In this full course, I'm going to walk you step by step through the entire production process of starting a channel like this completely from scratch. I'll show you how to create even better videos, not just short form, but long form too, so you can level up faster and get real results. Now check out this 3D animation my team and I whipped up in just 20 minutes, following the exact same format these viral channels are using.
Down in the deepest part of the city, below the shiny towers, where the rain meets forgotten gadgets, there lived a little white rat named Remy. One rainy night, something weird happened. His whiskers tingled. Not like an itch, but like a phone buzzing on silent. They were picking up a signal. A real one. A sad, lonely call. From way out in space. A distress call. Remy wasn't looking for trouble. He just loved figuring things out. But this felt like someone whispering their very last words into the dark. And only he could hear it. So what could he do? He got busy. Right there in that giant, messy junk pile, he found a busted camera lens, a flickering light bulb, a tangled speaker wire. Using stuff everyone else threw away, his clever little paws started building. A translator.
Now, here is what you will get in this completely free course. First, I will hook you up with a set of editable prompts that cover everything you need to kickstart your own AI-powered animation business. Then, I'll walk you through how to create a detailed character profile for your main character. After that, we will dive into building your personal brand from scratch. I'm talking picking a standout channel name, choosing the perfect color palette, and designing a pro-looking logo and banner so your channel looks clean and legit. After that, I will walk you through the entire video creation process step by step, from writing killer scripts to getting the perfect voiceover, then generating all your images using a completely free AI tool so your characters stay consistent throughout. Now, this course is going to be pretty long since we're covering a lot, so I've split it into two sections. Phase 1 dives straight into the video creation process. It covers everything about making your very first video, like getting your scripts, voiceovers, visuals, animation, and editing. While Phase 2 is for complete beginners or anyone looking to build a brand from scratch. I'll walk you through everything from setting up your channel to designing your banner, logo, and picking the right aesthetic to match your vibe. This is the very first part of the tutorial, and it covers the video creation process. For this part, you'll need to head over to your Google document that contains all the prompts. If you don't have access to it yet, just drop a comment below. You'll find the link in the comment section. Once you're in the document, scroll down to the section labeled Video Creation. Under that, you'll see something called Character Profile. Go ahead and copy every single parameter listed in that character profile. After that, open a brand new Google Doc and paste those parameters into it. This gives you a fresh page to start working with as we build out your character from scratch. Now, when creating a character profile, one of the first and most important steps is giving your character a name. Your character can be absolutely any species. It could be human, a rat, a bunny, a cat, or any animal you like. There's no limit here, so feel free to get creative, but when you're filling out the document, you do need to decide on a name. For this example, I'm going to name our character Remy. For the species, I'll specify that Remy is a rat. The character is also male, so I'll include that as the gender. As for the age, I'll go with something simple, around 1 year old. Now keep in mind, this is just the basic info we're starting with. We're feeding the character profile some simple details to build a rough sketch just to help us get a clear sense of who our character is going to be. Now head over to a chatbot, I'm using ChatGPT for this, and ask it to help you fill out the rest of the parameters for your character profile. In my case, I've created a rat named Remy, so I'm simply going to say something like, hey, fill out the remaining parameters on this character profile for a rat named Remy, who is about 1 year old. Once I've written that, I'll just copy everything from my Google Doc, the entire character profile structure, and paste it right below that prompt, then send it to ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT has access to a wide range of models and character building references, so it should be able to generate a full detailed character description for us without any extra work on our end. Great. Once ChatGPT gives you the full sketch, a complete breakdown of what your character looks like and all the extra details, you're good to go. Since we already gave it a rough idea to work with, it'll have filled out the rest of the parameters for you. Now your next job is simple. Just start copying the details from ChatGPT's response and paste them back into your Google Doc. Do this until every section is filled out. That way you'll end up with a fully detailed character profile that you can use anytime, anywhere. Now, once you've got your full character profile ready and filled out, the next step is to export it as a PDF file. Just go to the File menu in your Google Doc, scroll down to Download, and choose PDF document. You can pick another format if you want, but I always recommend PDF since it's clean, easy to share, and works across any platform. Now, once you've downloaded the document, head over to any chatbot of your choice. I'm using DeepSeek for this, but you can use whatever tool you prefer. Simply upload the character profile you just downloaded, which is the full detailed sketch we've been working on. Once it's uploaded, DeepSeek now understands exactly what kind of character you're working with. Now that we've locked in our character, it's time to brainstorm. We need a bunch of ideas, plot concepts, and story settings to build solid video content around this character. For that, head back to your Google document that contains all the prompts. Scroll down to the section labeled Idea Generation Prompts. Then copy all of the black text in the idea generation prompts from where it starts all the way down to the point where the red text begins with the word choose. That's your stopping point. Once you've copied that chunk, go ahead and paste it into your chatbot. Now, once you've pasted the prompt into your chatbot, there's one more quick edit you need to make. Look for the placeholder called numbers. That's where you'll tell the chatbot how many ideas you want it to generate. Just swap out numbers with your preferred amount. 10 to 15 is usually perfect and gives you a solid range of ideas to work with. Once you've made that change to the placeholder, head back to your Google document. You'll notice a section with red text. This is simply a list of genres you can base your video ideas on. There's fantasy, adventure, horror, satire, fiction, supernatural, magic, drama, documentary, crime, and more. So just pick just one genre that you'd like your videos to be based in, copy that genre, and then paste it right below the first chunk of the prompt you pasted earlier into your chatbot. After that, go back to your Google Doc again and copy the remaining black text that comes right after the red section. Once copied, paste that into your chatbot, right under the genre you just added. Now I know this might feel like a lot of steps, but trust me, it's worth it. We're doing this to make the prompt super detailed so that the AI gives you high quality, diverse, and creative results. The better you prompt, the better your outcome. Now, as you can see, DeepSeek is generating a bunch of diverse video ideas we can work with. Each idea is built around our character. It includes Remy's name, his description, and a whole lot more. DeepSeek gives you a brief plot summary along with the setting, tone, suggested visual style, and even the target audience so you know exactly who the content is for. Now, all you need to do is scroll through the ideas DeepSeek generated and pick the one that clicks with you. We got 10 different ideas, and personally, I'm vibing with number 2. The one about whiskers picking up some strange signal in space. It just feels right, so that's the one I'm rolling with. Once your idea is locked in, it's time to start building your script around that concept. Now for this, we need a prompt. Head back to your Google document that contains all the saved prompts, and this time scroll down to the section labeled Script Generation Prompt. Once you find it, copy the entire block of text, then go back to your chatbot, paste it into the chatbot. Now, once you've pasted in the full prompt, you'll notice it has 2 placeholders. And I like keeping placeholders in my prompts because it makes them reusable. Basically, anyone can grab them and tailor them to their own concept. But in this case, you'll need to fill in the 2 blanks. The first placeholder you'll need to swap out is the word count, which basically tells your chatbot how long the video script should be. For context, a 200-word script usually gives you something around 2 minutes. Short, snappy, and perfect for most formats. The second placeholder is where you drop in the idea or concept you want to develop into a story. Just pick one from the batch your chatbot generated earlier and paste it in. Now, once everything's filled out, the word count, and your chosen idea, just go ahead and send the prompt. This gives your chatbot everything it needs: the tone, plot summary, and full concept. Once submitted, your chatbot should generate a polished, well-structured script that perfectly fits your story's vibe and timing. Once your script is ready, it's time to bring it to life with a voiceover that really fits the vibe. I'm using 11 Labs for this. Just sign up using your Google account. They give you 10,000 free credits monthly, so you've got plenty of room to experiment and see if it's your thing. After signing up, click on the Text-to-Speech tab. You'll land on a clean interface where you can simply paste in your script, and on the right, you'll be able to select from a range of voice options. Now, when it comes to voice options, I personally love using Jane. She's a professional audiobook reader, and her voice has that calm, soothing vibe that works perfectly for this kind of storytelling content, but feel free to choose whichever voice fits your style best. Once you've picked your voice, just copy the first chunk of your script and paste it into 11 Labs prompt box. The reason we do this in chunks and not all at once is simple. If you overload the box, the voice output tends to glitch or sound weird, so to keep everything crisp and clean, always work in smaller pieces. So once you generate the voice, just hit preview and listen to it. If it sounds clean and natural, go ahead and download it, then repeat the same process. Copy the next chunk of your script, paste it into the prompt box, click generate, preview it again, and download. Now that the script and voiceover are sorted, the next step is to bring your visuals to life, starting with image generation. To do that, head back to the Google document that contains all your saved prompts. Scroll down until you find the image generation prompt. Once you locate it, just copy everything in that section and paste it directly into your chatbot's input bar. You'll also need to upload the character brief PDF we created earlier. That document contains all the key details about your characters, their looks, backstories, and unique traits. Adding the character profile alongside the prompt ensures that every single output DeepSeek generates fully understands your character's appearance. This consistency is key. By giving the AI that reference, it will repeat the same visual traits across all images, so your character looks the same in every scene. Now, sometimes DeepSeek might make an error and not give you enough prompts. If that happens, simply ask it to generate more. You can say something like, "Hey, we need about 30 more prompts covering every single frame in the video." Since it already wrote the script, it fully understands the structure and knows exactly how to continue. Now, once you've gotten your prompts, the next step is getting an actual image generator. There are a ton of options out there, so this is where your personal research comes in. You've got to do a bit of digging. Find tools that fit your budget and also match the style you want and are easy to use. There are tons of options, so take your time, do some recon. It might take a while, but once you land on the right tools, everything becomes a lot smoother. Now, for deep, detailed research, I found a tool that does all the heavy lifting. It breaks down current trends, highlights the best performing tools, and even gives you helpful visuals like pie charts and graphs. Basically, it simplifies everything, making your decision process way faster and much easier. The tool is called Skywork, and it's honestly a game changer. Skywork is your AI-powered productivity engine that takes a single research command and transforms it into 5 different content types, like polished documents, spreadsheets, presentations, web pages, and even podcasts, very effectively. And you can perform comprehensive research with just one click. Say you want to compare today's top image generators and video animators. Just type a simple command like analyze the latest and most advanced image generators and video animators. And Skywork delivers a complete analysis with rich charts, highlighted trends, and speaker notes based on whatever format of delivery you choose. Skywork finds more sources fast, understands exactly what you need, and delivers editable files, PDFs, slides, or spreadsheets. So just click the link in the description to try Skywork out today. Now, since we are going for a completely free image generator, we'll be using Google Image FX. It's 100% free for anyone, but the catch is you'll need to either be in the US or connect through a US VPN to access it. Once you're signed up on Google FX, you'll land on its main interface. Start by selecting your aspect ratio. 16:9 works perfectly for YouTube long-form videos, while 9:16 is ideal for short-form content. After that, copy your first prompt from your chatbot, paste it into the Google FX prompt box, and hit generate. All right, so we just got our first image effects result, and it looks perfect. Remy, our little rat character, is standing in a neon city. It's raining, and the whole scene fits the mood we wanted. Image FX is pretty good at following your prompt, so this is a great start. If you like your image, download it right away so it's saved. Then grab your next prompt from your chatbot, paste it into Image FX, and make the next image. Just keep doing this until you've got all the pictures you need. Once you've got all your images ready, the next step is to bring them to life. Basically, we're turning still pictures into moving videos. There are plenty of tools for this, but today I'm rolling with Kling AI. You can use any animator you like, but Kling AI just nails cartoon-style characters way better than most. After signing up on Kling AI, head over to the Videos tab. It'll open up a fresh interface. This is where the magic happens, where you can take your images and animate them into videos. Now, the first step is to upload the image you just generated into the prompt box. From there, you can either type your own prompt or click the built-in DeepSeek module. That opens a prompt interface where DeepSeek suggests highly detailed prompts you can use. Once DeepSeek gives you a prompt, just skim through it. I usually stick with it because it's super precise, and honestly, the more precise your prompt, the better your final output. Click Use Prompt and it'll instantly sync to your prompt box. From there, scroll down to tweak a few settings. Personally, I turn off the sound effects toggle when generating. You could also add negative prompts, basically things you don't want in your animation. I just type distortion, and for duration, I usually go with 5 seconds. Then play around with a few other optional settings if you feel like it. It usually takes about 3 to 10 minutes for Kling AI to fully animate your image. Once it's done, review it, and if you are happy with the result, go ahead and download it. If not, simply rerun it with the same prompt. AI is not perfect, so the occasional hiccup is normal. After that, it's just rinse and repeat. Upload your next image, grab DeepSeek's prompt, animate it, and keep going until every image comes together into a complete video. Before we jump into editing, the final stage of this tutorial, there's one last thing we need: background music. Honestly, the smartest move is to generate a custom track for this video. We'll use AI to create a track that fits this project perfectly. In the Google Doc, there's a prompt called AI Music Generation. Just copy it. The prompt basically asks your chatbot what kind of background music would fit this exact video we're making. Your AI tool will then spit out detailed music prompts you can drop into any AI music generator for a tailor-made soundtrack. Now, DeepSeek has given us a bunch of text-to-music prompts designed specifically for this project. Just scroll through them and pick the one you vibe with most. Once you've got your prompt, you'll need a music generator. I'm using Suno AI for this, but you can use any AI tool you prefer. Simply sign in with your Google account, hit the Create tab. You'll land on an interface with a prompt box. On this screen, make sure to select Instrumental, as we only want a music track without lyrics so it doesn't clash with our story. Once that's set, copy any prompt from your chatbot and paste it into Suno AI's prompt box. Then hit Create, and in about 2 to 5 minutes, Suno AI will generate your custom track ready for you to download. Once your track is ready, click on it, then hit Download Audio File. This will save it straight to your laptop. Now that everything's set, it's time to edit. What I like to do is keep all my assets, sound effects, background music, visuals, everything in one folder. Then I just import that entire folder into CapCut. Once your folder is in CapCut, the next thing to do is to drag your background track onto the timeline. Then lower its volume to about -20 dB so it stays subtle and doesn't overpower your voiceover or sound effects. You can fine-tune by trimming or adjusting volume if needed. Once that is done, start dragging your voiceovers onto the timeline in batches, since we created them that way. When placing your voiceovers on the timeline, make sure to leave small gaps between them. These little spaces give you room to crop and adjust their positions later, especially when you start syncing with the video clips. Once that's set, start dragging all your visual clips onto the timeline. Place each video clip directly on top of its matching voiceover. Make sure to add them in the exact order you generated them. One pro tip to stay organized and speed up your workflow is to label your clips as you create them, like clip 1 for scene 1, clip 2 for scene 2, and so on. This way you'll always know which clip fits where, making it way easier to slot and slide them during editing. Now you'll probably notice the clips don't match the length of the voiceover yet. That's because they're not synced. What you need to do is listen carefully to the voiceover, follow the story, and then crop each clip to match the voiceover timing. Whenever the story shifts, your visuals should change too. This syncing step usually takes about 5 to 10 minutes, not too long. But the better you nail it, the better your final video will look. Take your time to trim, adjust, and get everything perfectly in sync. Also, for the voiceovers, watch out for long, unnecessary pauses. You want to cut those out to keep the flow tight and smooth. Once everything's cropped and aligned, trim your background track so it matches the exact length of the video. Now, once that's all set, it's time to add transitions. The quick way is to drop one transition onto the timeline and hit apply to all. This will make every scene switch with the same effect. If you want more variety, you can add different transitions to each scene individually. Go with whatever best matches your style and the vibe of your video. For this video, I'm just going to hit apply to all so every transition is the same. Once that's done, the next key step is adding sound effects. Sound effects are crazy super important. They make up about 30% of a video's impact. Without them, your scenes can feel flat and lifeless. Now, while most editing software like CapCut comes with built-in sound effects, we're going to step it up by grabbing some extra custom ones from pixabay.com. This way, we get more variety and unique sounds that really make the scenes pop. So head over to Pixabay, search for the sound effects you need, download them, and import them into CapCut. If you're not sure what to pick, especially as a beginner, just look at each scene and ask yourself, if I were actually there, what would I hear? Focus on what's most prominent in the environment, whether it's footsteps, crowd chatter, wind, or background ambience. So the effects naturally blend with the visuals and make the whole story feel alive. Now, once all your sound effects are in place, it's time for the final touch, captions. CapCut makes this super easy with its auto caption feature. Just click on text, then click on auto caption and hit generate text. CapCut will automatically create subtitles for your entire video. One thing you can do to make your captions stand out is customize them. You could switch to a different font, change the text color, or apply a template to adjust how the captions are displayed. This step is optional, but the default captions CapCut generates can look pretty generic. Adding small tweaks, like your brand colors, a unique font, or a styled template, can help make your captions feel more on brand and visually appealing. Once everything is set, the final step is to export your video. You can simply export in 1080p at 30 FPS, which is perfectly fine for most projects. Alternatively, you could export in 720p and upscale later if you prefer. The choice is entirely up to you. Just pick the option that works best for your workflow and publishing platform.
Down in the deepest part of the city, below the shiny towers where the rain meets forgotten gadgets, there lived a little white rat named Remy. One rainy night, something weird happened. His whiskers tingled. Not like an itch, but like a phone buzzing on silent. They were picking up a signal. A real one. A sad, lonely call. From way out in space. A distress call. Remy wasn't looking for trouble. He just loved figuring things out. But this felt like someone whispering their very last words into the dark. And only he could hear it. So what could he do? He got busy. Right there in that giant, messy junk pile, he found a busted camera lens, a flickering light bulb, a tangled speaker wire. Using stuff everyone else threw away, his clever little paws started building. A translator. Something to understand that fading voice. The rain poured. Time was running out. The signal was getting weaker. And then it worked. Suddenly, the junk around Remy lit up. Glowing pictures made of light. Strange, beautiful shapes, like stars and spirals, danced across an old computer screen.
Now, this is the second phase of the tutorial, which covers creating your channel and brand. I've set up a Google Doc for you, so just head over there and copy the prompt under channel creation, paste it into your chatbot, and it'll generate a list of catchy name ideas for your animation studio. Just head over to YouTube, click Create a New Channel, and paste the name you picked. Once that's done, it's time to brand the channel. We need a description and SEO. So jump into Google Docs, copy the prompt for the channel description and SEO, then paste it into your chatbot's prompt box. Now, in the prompt, there's a placeholder. That's the part you can edit. Just swap it out with your channel's name. Then send it to your chatbot. The chatbot will create a cool channel description for you to copy and paste into your channel's description box. So just copy the description, then head over to your channel and click on Customize Channel. This will open YouTube Studio. Scroll down until you find the description box, then paste your description in there. After that, go back to your chatbot, copy the SEO hashtags, and paste them right below your channel's description before hitting publish. It's optional, but trust me, it helps the algorithm figure out who to show your content to. Now that we've got all that sorted, let's move on to branding, which covers creating your logo and banner. Head back to your Google Doc, find the section labeled Banner and Logo Prompt, and copy the prompt. Next, go back to your chatbot and paste the prompt. Now, since the prompt is editable, you got to swap out two placeholders. First, replace the channel name placeholder with your actual channel name. Second, update the color palette placeholder. This tells your chatbot which colors you want for your logo and banner and what they should look like. Now, once you've got your prompt ready, it's time to generate your images. For this, you'll need an image generator. I'm using Leonardo AI, but you can pick any you like. So just sign up for Leonardo AI, then pick an aspect ratio. The box aspect ratio is fine. And then paste your prompt into the prompt box and hit generate. Remember, the box aspect ratio is what logos normally come in, so that should be the format you select. Now, when you generate your image, if you like how it looks, just download it. If not, rerun it with the same prompt, or grab a new prompt from your chatbot and paste it into Leonardo AI's prompt box. Keep doing this until you find a design or style you really vibe with. I set up the prompt so your chatbot gives you lots of different styles to choose from, so just keep trying until you find the one that hits right. Now, once you've got your logo, the next step is making a banner. For this, we'll use Canva. Just open your browser, search for Canva, and sign up with your Google account. Then click Create a New Project, search for YouTube Banner, and select a blank canvas to start fresh. Now, here's where it gets a bit tricky. Canva gives you a blank white canvas, but you can't just upload your banner as is without some guidance. That's because YouTube crops and shows different parts of your banner depending on whether someone's watching on mobile, desktop, or TV. To make sure your banner looks good everywhere, you got to use a template when editing in Canva. This helps you place your design right for all devices. Luckily, I've got a template ready to go. If you want the template or any prompts, just drop a comment below and I'll hook you up. Now, I'm going to upload the template from my PC into my Canva workspace and use it to crop and adjust my banner properly. Once you upload the template, just drag it onto your blank canvas. Here's the tricky part. The template I'm using has an area marked "Put your important stuff here," underlined by a red line. This zone is universal, meaning it shows up on every device, whether it's mobile, desktop, or TV. So this is where your main detail should go since everyone will see it. The outer edges on the right and left of this area only show up on desktop, and the full banner beyond the main area is visible to viewers on TV. Now, I'm simply just going to write a few texts, like you could write your channel's name or whatever you'd want to write, just a little bit of text. Make sure to keep it within the safe zones, and since we're working with the red and black theme, I'll make sure everything is also just red and black. Once everything looks good, just export your banner and download it as a PNG file. And then just head over to your YouTube channel to upload the banner you just created along with your logo. It should look neat and pretty cool. Perfect for something subtle and minimalist.